There we go.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Minute Channel. And we are going to wait for people to connect because it does take a little bit. And I think that was the notification from some guy.
Yeah, two couple random guys just happen to be streaming right now.
All right, so we're just checking out, making sure that somebody maybe watches our video here, probably, hopefully.
Possibly.
Oh, you can hear us ourselves there. Anyway, so today we're going to be discussing E3 and shit. Aren't we?
Yes, we're live.
Oh, I mean,
There's only one person, and it's me.
All right, I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, we'll be talking about E3, and please, if you want to comment, please comment. I know the other time there was somebody besides you that
there
watched,
was
like half of the.
One of them was her,
and never mind. Didn't comment, but if you want to comment, that'll be cool. If you don't, that's totally fine too. We're not gonna force you to.
No, we'd like some interactions that way we can get like your feedback, but that's really all we care about.
All right, and if you missed the thing, whatever, it doesn't matter. If you missed it, then
you're the other person in the stream, aren't you?
All right. Anyway, so yeah, today we'll be talking about E3. We want to talk about pretty much the cool stuff and some of the bad stuff, winners, losers, who won E3 and what happened there. He watched nothing of E3.
Nope.
So I'm kind of gonna tell him about E3. Basically, my own experience is freaking me out because I'm seeing myself twice there. And yeah, but anyway, so first day we had EA, and EA had a new trailer for Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
I heard about that one, and you showed me the original trailer for it, but I unfortunately, because of my work schedule and working all fucking weekend. Sorry for cursing in the first 5 minutes of this.
That's fine. I don't care.
Anyway, I didn't have a chance to watch any of it live or any of it after the fact, just because I was like, I'm done with people. I'm gonna go home and crash.
Right. And E3, I'm sorry, the E3 show for EA was okay. It was boring as always, but Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, I'm on board. I'm actually super on board with it. Yeah.
Really? You sure? Because this is EA we're talking about.
I'm positive the gameplay that I saw.
Not that I can really say anything because I actually
was fantastic. I was actually very, very pleased with how it turned. So far, it looks fantastic. It looks really, really good.
I will say that I did enjoy the one that you the trailer you showed me last time. But even, or whatever time we did it with that particular game, but even still, that was fun. Like, it really was.
Yeah, I mean, it looked really good, and the best part about it, I want to say, is that all the fighting, pretty much the entire thing of it, the gameplay looks really fun. It looks like you know something. It looks a little bit like, wow, what is that game? What is that Star Wars series?
The Force Unleashed?
The Force Unleashed. In a sense. Not exactly like it, but certain aspects I like it. I really want to show you the trailer, just because it looks so good. But one of the... What?
Well, then show me.
Sure. Alright, I need to pull it up. Can you type it there? I'm far away from the keyboard. We're usually sitting on the opposite ends. I'm sitting over there, and he's sitting over here. But
no, that's not how that usually is. The
mic and
the mic and the camera are usually a little bit further that way, which is why you're normally able to type into all this crap.
Oh, okay, we're further away.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
That's why I said it felt so weird sitting this far over. Like something felt wrong.
Oh wow. Okay, well, what I want to do is we're gonna watch a little bit of it. We're not gonna watch the entire thing because they show like 7 minutes of it or whatever, like 10 minutes of it.
Yeah, we're not going to do the whole
thing. We're not going to do the whole thing. And, okay, so you can watch from here.
So this is actual gameplay.
This is actual continuous gameplay of it. So force pull.
Yeah.
This is a really cool scene.
I love the defensive form.
See that?
That was.
Look at that. Look at this. This is the best.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Did you see?
Yeah. He stopped them. Yeah. Look at this. This is the best part.
Oh, he sped himself up. Okay.
Well,
okay.
He stopped the other with
Well, no, he didn't just. I don't know if you noticed. He stopped the bolt and the trooper. If he stopped anything, he stopped the bolt and the trooper.
Right.
He didn't stop. He didn't. Holy
Yeah,
cow,
it's
cool.
super satisfying. That's funny as fuck. Yeah.
But these scout troopers look dope. Like holy cow, and they have stun batons. Oh, the cutting effect looks so good.
Somebody in the comments actually mentioned that.
The only problem is that it's not actually bisecting them.
Right, exactly. That was one somebody commented there. But in my mind, okay, this is a mini boss battle. It's really good. I already like that.
Inquisitor almost. Also, this guy's lightsaber looks a little bit odd. Like
yeah.
His handle looks just too long for the type of style that he's using.
Somebody was talking about how this is supposed to be like a two-sided lightsaber.
I think that was us.
No. Somebody in
because I know I'm fairly certain we talked about it when we saw the first trailer.
I think we talked about this too, like this as well.
Yeah, because not this particular thing, but the fact that his lightsaber just it looked too long to be a one-handed one.
Yeah.
Or if it was meant for someone much larger than him.
Right. Yeah.
But even still, like just
this is a legit good battle. Like it feels cinematic in a sense, you know. Like if you,
why couldn't EA been doing this from the
watch
start?
This scene right here. Watch this scene. I don't know if you recognize who that is, but that's Saw Gerrera from the.
That's Saul.
Yeah.
Like actually the character Saul.
Yeah.
So they're actually tying it into okay. That's pretty dope. Did they actually get Forrest Whitaker to come back and do that? I don't know if that was.
I don't think so, but you can actually see him here. Let me see if I can find. There he is. Now the Wookiees look.
No, that they definitely face map somebody that looks just like him.
Yeah.
But that is definitely Saul.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, this is
that whoever it is. That sounds really close.
I mean, if they can afford a.
I mean, even still, the fact that this is a game coming from EA, like, why couldn't you do this from the start?
Okay, look at this scene over here. Hold on. Let me back up a little bit. It looks like you're able to do that effect where you can stop them multiple times, because he did it again here, and he's loading up because we're streaming and
we're doing like 5 things simultaneously.
Yeah, sorry about my internet stuff. Look at that. He stopped him,
and that dude was definitely slowing down.
And you know, one of the commenters, whenever we were watching this, was saying that you can watch. Throw. You can leave them to fight, and they can fight each other, and you can fight whoever's alive. Like you don't have to.
That's definitely a strategy to do this, particularly when you seem to be a rebel rebel scum.
Yeah, he did it again with that spider.
Yeah.
So I mean, I love the way that he uses the force. Everything, it feels really natural.
I mean, all of the abilities that he's shown so far, when it comes to like force abilities, seem to be very much those that would be very useful in survival out during this whole surviving Order 66 kind of thing.
Right.
But even still, like this.
So you obviously can see that there's a skill tree based on.
But that's
on
not
that
a bad
alone.
thing. That's not necessarily a bad thing.
Oh no, and I don't consider it a bad thing. Anyway, that's pretty much the rest of the trailer goes the same way. It's just continuous gameplay, 13 minutes of it, and it looks good. It actually looks really good.
It really does.
But yeah, that's pretty much the only highlight that I can think of from EA. Everything else was crap or not interesting in the sense.
Was there any other like big announcements that EA had?
Apps, phone apps, phone games, stuff, shit. I did like 3 of those, by the way, too. It was almost.
Why would you do that at E3?
Embarrassing to watch, to be honest. Anyway, so the next day after that, we had Xbox.
I don't know, man. I wasn't paying attention.
Okay, no, I'm telling you. The next one was Xbox, and Xbox had the opportunity to do really good. Because if you think
Did
about
they
it,
drop the ball?
oh shit, they did. Yeah. No, that's the whole thing. Is PlayStation wasn't there this year, right? And
PlayStation
Nintendo
wasn't there last year, were they?
Hey.
A little bit. Sorry. Bad wrong fun? Sorry, man. We literally just got done with EA. We're moving on to Xbox. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry about that. But basically, EA's presentation was complete crap, other than the Star Wars trailer that we just saw.
Yeah.
Which looks pretty cool. But other than that, everything was just wrong. Anyway, so Microsoft, they had the opportunity to like actually do some cool stuff, and they showed some cool stuff. Like they announced a new Halo game.
I don't really care.
They had a new Gears.
No offense to anyone who's a Halo fan. I never had an original Xbox. I had an Xbox 360, but I never picked up any of the Halo games until the end of the 360 life cycle.
Right.
And even then, I only played like 20, 30 minutes, and I was like, it's a military shooter. That's what it feels like.
Gears 5, and again, another shooter. And that's it. That's their new games. They had some stuff here and there, but it's not Microsoft stuff. It's like AAA stuff that's gonna come out on the other systems, like Cyberpunk 77, but that was the best part of the Microsoft conference.
That's one of the few things I actually saw. I saw it after the fact, but I did still see it. It looks so good.
That was such a good trailer too.
And the fact that they actually have Keanu Reeves face mapped in, not just voice acting, but face mapped in. He looks like this is his John Wick character that just kind of leveled up with the times.
I was so happy when even that part. I was like, oh my god! At first, when she showed up, and I was like, are they doing a John Wick crossover?
I know, right?
But there's no crossover. It was just I think he was like, I was like, oh my god, yes! That was awesome. I love that. And then they totally dropped the bomb on the Xbox 2 or whatever it's gonna be called. So all these specifications, right? They're like, oh, it's gonna play 8K and all this shit. And I was like, that sounds like the PlayStation 5. And then the next thing they said, I was like, that sounds like the PlayStation 5. The next thing they said, I was like, that's the PlayStation 5. Are you saying you're making the PlayStation 5 too? Literally, you wait to announce Xbox 2, and the one thing that you can announce is the same stuff that they already talked about with the PlayStation 5.
Sorry, Xbox. PlayStation beat you to the punch.
So I was like, if you don't have anything, then what are you talking about? But that was the thing. But there was a really cool announcement from Software. It's a new game that they're doing with the writer of Game of Thrones.
George R. R. Martin is teaming up with From Software to make a game.
Yeah, a fantasy game.
This sounds like the most terrifying thing ever.
There's only one trailer. It's not a cinematic. There's no gameplay or anything like that. It looks pretty kick-ass. Like I'll say, like what I saw was like I'm hyped for it. I want to see more, obviously, but I'm hyped for it.
Man, just imagine that. From Software, the guys who make some of the hardest games on the market, teaming up with George R. R. Martin, who gives zero shits about any of the characters that he writes about. I can only imagine that probably one of the best ways to do something like this would be to give you 40 some odd characters to choose from. Each one has their own storyline. But you have the chance to fuck up the storyline in some way, shape, or form and die before that character storyline completes, and then you switch over to another character.
That'll be pretty cool.
And when you run out of characters, you have to start the whole game over again.
That'll be pretty interesting.
That would be pretty cool.
To see
it's
that.
unlikely to happen because that requires a ton of programming. I don't know how you would account for all the different
programming and stuff. That leads me to the next game, which is something that you talked about just now. It's something, yeah. So this game is actually not a game that I'm hyped for, but I know there are people that I hyped about, and that's Watch Dogs Legion. So this is the next Watch Dogs game. But the concept of what you just talked about actually happens in Legion. So you don't have a main character.
You just have some faceless dude.
There is. You can play as any NPC that you recruit into the Legion. And once your character dies, instead of respawning, you pick up from another perspective with another character.
That was literally just me kind of BSing and thinking what would be the best way to do a George R. R. Martin From Software game. And someone already beat me to the punch.
And he's fucking.
I guess I'm Microsoft at
Watch
this point.
Dogs Legion, and I'm not hyped for it. I actually was one of those people that got burned with the first Watch Dogs, so afterwards I didn't play the second one. I was like,
apparently the second one's actually significantly better. Like apparently the character writing is much better. The characters are a ton more interesting than in the original one. The stuff, like everything you do, is a lot more streamlined and everything. Supposedly the second one is the best one of the series. I'm just like, don't really care. Looks like just another generic. It almost feels like I don't know if you remember the games Prototype and Prototype 2.
Right, yeah.
Like it feels like those and I'm looking over there. Infamous. The Infamous games.
Do you think so? I don't think it looks like that.
It's not so much that it looks like it, it's just that it had that feel. Like an open world sandbox, but you're kind of doing it in a very specific way.
Got it, okay.
Like you have a specific thing that makes you special, and that's how you make this world yours.
Got it. Okay. I can see that. I can see where you're coming from there. So Ubisoft had the classic stuff, the whatever Tom Clancy games that they're working on. Whatever, I don't care about those.
Don't care
but,
either.
The creators of Assassin's Creed is working on a new series. It looks pretty kick-ass, I'll say. I'll show you a trailer for it, because this is one of those things that I was kind of like, I would like to see that. And it legitimately looks good, so... I'm reaching out over here.
Would you like me to take care of this, or?
Sure.
So Gods and Monsters. Why does that name sound familiar?
I have no idea. It might be a book. It sounds like a book.
I don't know if it's a book. I think it might be. I wonder if they're remaking a classic title. That wouldn't surprise me in the least.
Yeah, me neither.
Looks like a god simulator, maybe?
Yeah. No, you do play as a hero.
Oh, you play as a hero, you're not as the god.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. You're this character right here, who's a female in this game, but might not necessarily be a
This looks like they're just taking everything that made
Assassin's Creed good.
Assassin's Creed good. Well, it's definitely the crew behind Odyssey.
I like the art style because it's different.
Oh yeah, it's so much different. It's not like super. It's not like.
So that's it. It's a really small trailer.
It really is. Like,
but I thought it looked really good. I thought it was something that I will be into. Like something that I'm kind of like, wow, I want to play that. It does look.
It looks interesting. I don't know if I'd necessarily want to play it.
Yeah.
But if you get it, I'd certainly stop by and say like, hey, well, how's the game going? Like come over and bug you while you're playing.
I'll just let you borrow it. So that was it from Ubisoft. They didn't really have a lot of big stuff. Like I said, the biggest stuff was Watch Dogs and that other Gods and Monsters game. But then we had Bethesda, and Bethesda, you know how they are. They hype the shit out of everything. So
like the battle royale thing that they're making for Fallout 76.
Okay, so I facepalmed when that happened. Like I literally facepalmed. So they started it really funny. Okay, he started. What's his name?
I don't know.
Todd Howard.
Okay.
He speaks like fucking Steve Jobs. So he started talking and he was apologizing because the game fucked up. Like I was just like, yeah.
The company we as a company fucked up and we're gonna try and make it funny and
right. They were like, yeah, like like we know we fucked up and we want to fix it or whatever. And then right after that they lead to
Battle
Royale Fallout 76.
Stop.
And I was like, You're not apologizing. That's a slap in the face after apologizing.
That's like I'm not being genuine with my apology. Now I'm gonna smack you across the face and expect you to take it.
Yeah, that's pretty much what they did. And not conforming to that, the very next thing they talked about was Elder Scrolls Blades, a shitty ass fucking phone game that they have.
One of my bosses was actually super excited for that game. I'm like, why? It's a mobile game. It's not going to be anything even remotely close.
Like loot boxes and shit. Yeah, buy crystals to be able to play.
Like, again, I like to talk about this guy a lot, but the God, I keep forgetting his name.
Anyway, you don't need to worry about his name. Just
whatever. This fantastic cynical YouTuber that's out there.
Jim Sterling.
Jim Sterling.
Yeah.
Thank you. Love
When
Jim
you
Sterling.
when you said fantastic cynic, I was like, oh, sounds like somebody I just watched.
Yep. Anyway, he actually like did an entire video just on blades, and he found that even the cheapest chests that you could open took 5 seconds to open. Like, you had to wait 5 seconds before you could open it.
What is the fucking point?
What's the point? What's the point of putting timers on?
Okay, whatever.
This is another video, but even still.
And then we had Doom Eternal. I don't think you're
Doom Eternal actually looks pretty dope.
Okay.
That looks pretty dope.
It looks fucking awesome. I like the first, the remake Doom that they had. So.
Oh yeah, that was. Do you need me to do all this clicking or whatever?
No. You continue.
Okay.
Continue.
But even still, like, the fact that, like, Doom Eternal takes what Doom did and, like, cranks it up to 11.
Yeah.
Like,
dude, you can even, like, dodge, like, on mid-air and shit. I was like,
it's like,
that
Doom
looks
guy
pretty
don't
fucking
give
cool.
a shit.
Yeah. That looks pretty fucking
Physics? Pfft, I don't care about physics. I'm Doom guy. You met me?
cool. And then the next thing that they had in Bethesda was a game that I didn't know about. This is a brand new thing. You can go ahead and click that there. But there's this meme scene with this one girl.
Meme scene.
Yeah.
God.
All right, so this is a new game. You might not like it. It's more like a mystery horror type of thing. People go missing, like they literally disappear in the trailer. But it looks beautiful. Looks a good looking game.
It definitely does look that right there looks realistic. Mm-hmm. Not that, but like when they were walking out in the rain with all the umbrellas, like that literally looked photorealistic. That looks photorealistic. You can't tell me that's not real footage right there.
Right. So people start disappearing, like out of nowhere.
That's weird.
Right. It's like a.
Aww, poor Shiba Inu.
That looks really good. Like. So there are very few people that survive or like aren't there. And there are these characters. That's what I'm guessing that you play as. They didn't really reveal much of it.
I'm not surprised.
But
that looks dope.
Yeah, it looks dope as shit. Look, oh, this scene looks really cool too.
This looks like it's actually adding in like a bunch of different, like, not fantasy, but the mythos and
yeah.
Oh no, this is definitely taking like demons and all sorts of stuff from Japanese lore and just throwing them into real life.
Right. Man, that ramen looks good.
It really does. And I don't like ramen.
Yeah, that's why I'm guessing that bow guy is the person you play as, just because of.
I wonder if maybe, you know, it would be cool if he wasn't the one you play, but your teacher.
Oh, that would be pretty cool. You know, deceives expectations.
Like the blind leading the blind at that point.
Interesting.
Because he just like everyone else, he just found himself in this situation. Mm-hmm. The only thing that he really has going for him is previous training from like whatever. Mm-hmm. And he's like, okay, I'll teach you the stuff I know, but I don't know if it's gonna work.
So that was it. That was the.
I don't know. That actually looks pretty cool.
It looks really cool. It really does.
I don't know if I'll play it.
Yeah, I know it's a horror type.
I may come over and hang out with you and watch you play it, but I don't think I would play it myself.
But to me, it looks really good. I'm pretty excited for this. So we're gonna move on from Bethesda because they just, that's it. It was so boring. This is what I just told you in like 10 minutes. This was like 2 hours.
Ow.
It's painful. It was painful to watch through it. I was literally like, I want to skip, but I can't skip the future.
I can't see the future, damn it.
But we had the Square Enix presentation, and that's where I was kind of like, man, they better not drop the fucking ball on this one. And they didn't. They didn't on one front. Final Fantasy VII, we had the first gameplay trailer for it.
And I'll say that at the very least, the gameplay looks really good. It looks really fluid, and actually looks better than 15, which is what it's based off.
Yeah. No, the other thing is the combat.
That's literally what I was talking about.
It's so interesting because no, I'm still talking about the same thing. The combat has something that I wish they had done for 15. So you're able to sort of like almost like slow down time to be able.
I think you can actually pause time. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's a slowdown. I think you literally pause time, just like with the wait or active battle system from the original 7. So that way you could kind of choose what you want to happen and then move forward with time. I think that's what that's supposed to be. But I can't make any like.
The guy said that he slows it to a crawl. That's what the guy said. But
I mean,
he might not slow it down. He might literally stop it.
From what I saw, it looked like it just straight up stopped it. But I could be very wrong.
Right? Yeah, it could be. I don't know. But it looks really good. And we had not one trailer, 2 trailers back to back, and it was glorious. Seeing all the characters,
So sick.
it was like my memory was playing in my head, but in reality, I was like, man, like the stuff that I remember so vividly. But not in shitty
someone has actually put what was in my head on my screen.
Right,
like, that looks so cool.
And I think that's where Square Enix finally did something good.
Right.
And except for that $300 collectible, the fucking Square Enix $300. I mean $200 at least. $300. You gotta be shitting me! I'm not able to pre-order that.
That's not a $200 figure there, bud. Yeah.
No, I mean
I may do the $100 one myself, but I'm not doing the
$300 is
like
too
that's much. If I'm gonna fork over $300, I'm getting the PlayStation 5.
Hell, give me just 1 second. I have to show you guys this. Okay, this right here was $100 pre-order. The $100.
$100 for the game and the figure.
The game and the figure and the soundtrack and all this bullshit they give.
Well, to be fair, that's also a new company, and Square Enix has been around so long that they could.
No, this is Sony.
That was actually made straight up by
Gotta
Sony?
by Sony, yeah.
Oh, I did not know that.
It's a new IP, so I can see where you're coming from there. But still, like, $300, you gotta be shitting me. But it's cool. I'm pretty hyped for that.
I know someone who's already.
Yeah, no, I know several people that did too, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?" But I mean, it's cool if you did. Like, I'm not
like,
shitting on you.
We're not shitting on you. We're shitting on Square Enix for having a $300 pre-order. With the only thing different between the $100 and the $300 one is apparently a $200 model of Cloud on, I think, his motorcycle.
Yeah.
And I'm
which you can ride on the game.
Like it's actually a mount you can use.
Yeah, there's an area where he uses it. Did you see a trailer?
I didn't see that particular one, but if it's the same section I'm thinking of, then yeah, that's kind of the point.
Right.
You know, the escaping Midgard.
No, I know, but I'm talking about. Anyway, it's not like back in the day. It's not like back in the day when it was more of a. No.
Like, it's not just for that section. You can kind of use it outside of it.
I'm assuming so, but I don't know. I mean, I can't tell for things that I haven't seen. But
I really hope that like they keep Cloud in a dress. I really do.
I hope
okay.
so.
Okay, I know we harped on this last time we did a video on this, but I have to say it. Keep the tone the same. Not the same throughout the whole game. The same from the original game.
All right. Yeah.
Like you've got voice actors now, so you can convey tone a lot easier. You've got amazing motion capture and 3D rendering software to give these characters actual like facial animation, so that we know what we're supposed to be feeling, but keep the tone the same. Like, the whole mission to get the dress to make sure that Cloud and Aerith look absolutely gorgeous. Let us see what the makeup looks like on Cloud. Let us see him grimace when he comes out of the changing room for the first time. Like, let us see all this silly stuff, but make sure that all the heavy stuff stays the same.
Yeah, because this game is
like this.
It can make you laugh and cry within minutes for each other.
Yes. And I will say, the one thing that they really should not touch is Aerith's death scene.
Yeah. I think so too. So, you know what? Somebody was talking about...
like, make it, like, almost scene for scene, that particular one. and maybe get a slightly remixed version of the original theme.
Right.
And I say slightly, I'm talking about like actual harps and actual violins and stuff like that, instead of the almost like digital
16
version
beat
of it.
or whatever.
Yeah. But hey, it was still sad.
Yeah, it was a really sad scene, and I really hope they don't change that. I think it's a memorable part of the game. That I don't know if people will feel the same way about the way the game ends. If that doesn't happen, I don't know. We're not gonna discuss spoilers of the whole game or whatever.
But even still, like the fact that we like, I haven't even finished the game. Like, I haven't even come close. I'm in the middle of disc 2 at this point.
Right.
Like, that's the farthest I've ever gotten. And I know that regardless of what happens, that scene still sticks out in my head. That one in the Black Pyramid scene where Kate Sith sacrifices his plush body in order for everyone else to get out. Like, those two scenes in particular always stick out in my head. That there's actually a third one that I just remembered. You remember the one out in the desert where Barrett and Dine meet for the last time? Like, those three scenes always super heavy because you guys had so much story and character built up into them. Right. And the music was perfect. The situation was perfect. Like, everyone's actual reactions for it were perfect. And it's just, I really hope that they don't mess with those themes and that tone and like.
I think it'll be okay. I honestly at this point I do think
it looks like they're literally just doing a scene for scene remake of the original,
right?
Based on what we saw from Cloud getting off the train and the two bodyguards jumping out as Barrett's running past the corner. Later on, after the Mako reactor is exploded, with them all having a conversation before getting back on the train. Of one slight difference from the original one is that apparently Aerith is being attacked by spirits.
I don't think spirits. I think there were. I think it was more like a cinematic scene.
Until Aerith touched him, he couldn't see the spirits. Like, that's very much something that she was being afflicted by, which she was not in the original one. Now, I don't know about anyone else, but I played through that opening section so many times that I actually scratched up my dad's original copy. Like, I know that scene, and that scene did not have any sort of spirits or any sort of mystical mumbo-jumbo going on, other than Aerith giving Cloud a flower. And that's
right. I remember now. Yeah, you're right.
That is the one change I've seen in terms of, like, actual scene changes for this game.
It might be maybe a little bit to push the story a little bit forward.
I really don't want them to push it, though. Like,
I don't know.
I really want almost a scene for scene remake of
it. I can agree with you.
Because that would be, like, probably the best way for them to do it. Like, even if they kept all the ridiculous grinding, even if they kept... Obviously, they changed the grinding a little bit so you can actually see where everyone is in the plane.
Right.
Because that would make the most sense. But even still, like, I don't want this to be bad. I'm cautiously hopeful for this game. Yes, it looks pretty. Yes, it looks intense. Yes, it sounds perfect. But until I can actually get my hands on it and play, I can't say that I'm going to be pure 100% hyped.
I think so too. And I think the worst part about this that not all people remember or talk about is this game's still gonna be broken in 3 portions. It's just gonna be episodic game.
It is?
Yeah, it's still episodic.
Okay. That's good.
So, in one aspect, they have time to get feedback after the first episode and be like, yo, you fucked us up. You need to fix this up.
Yes.
So I think that's one benefit of it. The other part, though,
they already have a perfect story explanation as to why anything goes wrong with the first section, because about halfway through the second area, Cloud gets put under a weird sleep or whatever, and he's kind of missing for a good few hours.
Yeah.
You could literally just explain it as like his memory dream of what happened during that time. Like, they have the perfect setup for that if they do decide they're going to retcon or change a few things for the first section, and they have a perfect story reason for it. Like, you have it. Don't fuck it up, please.
All right, we're actually going to move on from Final Fantasy VII because we do have a lot of stuff to do. So, Final Fantasy VII announcement was pretty good. I'm very happy for it. But the very next thing that they announced after that
Final Fantasy VIII remake.
was cool. Yeah, I was like, man, that's awesome. Now it's not a remake; it's more like a remaster. They cleaned up the
FMV and
yeah,
all the
stuff like that. So
graphics
that's
and
really
whatnot.
cool.
But now, is it actually a remaster or is it
No,
a
it's
remake?
it's sort of it's not a remaster. It's not a remake.
Okay.
It's not like 7.
Okay.
No, it will be cool, but I don't think.
I mean, these games have been waiting for a good remastering for quite some time. I mean, most of the early, I say like maybe up to Final Fantasy 3 have all been remade.
At some point.
At some point for the GBA, I know for 1 and 2. I don't know
Right.
about 3, but...
But yeah, I'm very happy for that too. So we had Final Fantasy VIII, a bunch of Final Fantasy little games and that kind of stuff. I'm not really into the little stuff that they do, apps and that kind of shit. But then they announced, this actually pissed me off. It brought my hype from here, for the one where I had from 7 and 8, all the way to the fucking bottom. So they announced that they're actually going to be doing DLC for Kingdom Hearts 3. And this is story DLC from the Organization 13 members, what happened on the other side of the thing and everything.
Whoa.
And I was like, fuck off, Square Enix. Finish your damn fucking game before doing this damn DLC. That pissed the shit out of me, man. I was
Square
like...
Enix used to be so good about just packaging a whole deal. What happened? Seriously. Like, if you really want to do DLC... write something that like adds to it after the fact. Don't literally chop up your game.
Right, yeah. So I was like,
That's frustrating.
I'm pissed at you, but I love you, but I'm mad at you.
I love you, but you're about to catch these hands.
And
But I love you.
Yeah, and after that we had that's online Final Fantasy 14, I think it's called. Yeah,
I thought
it's
wasn't Final Fantasy 9 announced then?
no,
Like they're bringing it back or whatever.
it might be. I don't know. It
I
was
know,
one of the
I
online
did hear
games.
something about 9 or whatever the first attempt at the online Final Fantasy game was. Like I know that one I think is actually being brought back.
Yeah, so I don't think 9 is that. I think it's 11. Yeah, it's 11.
Okay. No, of course it's not 9. I've been playing 9 nonstop for a while.
Yeah, well,
It's like
okay. So we had
I'm
all these
tired.
really
I'm
cool.
sorry, guys.
We had all these really cool trailers, and everything looked good at this time, other than Final Fantasy. I'm sorry, not Final Fantasy, but Kingdom Hearts DLC, and then they dropped what I will call the missing link of the Marvel universe.
You mean the grossest thing to come out of Marvel in decades?
I mean, like the missing link, like the Bigfoot.
Oh.
Oh my god, no. Well,
No,
we don't want to
that's
watch
somebody
a
else's
reaction.
video. We want to see the actual trailer.
That's awkward as shit.
Yeah, particularly since we're live streaming.
we're gonna be live streaming somebody else's reaction.
Yeah, no, we're not that meta. Not yet. Like this looks pretty dope. And it's by Square?
Yeah, well, that's what
I had no idea it actually was by Square.
yeah, it is a Square, but Jesus Christ.
You tried to get the ad away. Oh, that was funny.
It was awesome.
Okay, Iron Man looks really fucking cool, but I don't like how he looks.
Everything I imagined.
So-
Okay, the Hulk and Iron Man.
Look good.
Just Iron Man. You take his helmet off and it looks nasty. Every single one of those characters except Bruce Banner looked wrong.
Right, especially Black Widow and Captain America.
I think Black Widow is probably the closest after Bruce Banner, but that's about it.
There's just something wrong. Something looks wrong. Now, the Hulk looks good.
Oh yeah,
The Hulk looks really good.
The Hulk looks like they just straight up
But
ripped the movie.
goddamn, okay, that's...
Okay, that was gameplay.
Yeah, that was
straight
a
up
little bit...
gameplay.
That's
There it
gameplay
is.
too there.
There it
Yeah.
is. Okay,
Those little...
gameplay-wise, it looks fine. The problem is that
That right there.
the face of every single person up here, no, it looks wrong.
And that's what trips me so much, because Square Enix has...
They have Cloud looking like the prettiest pretty boy to ever pretty boy, and they can't get the facial right, like the facial features right. Now, okay, I understand that they may not have gotten the likeness rights for the actual actors who have been playing these characters for years. So I understand that, but even then, it's still just, it looks wrong.
Right, it does look wrong. The biggest thing for me is that I don't care if you try to make them like the movies or not, but I fucking at least try to make them look like the damn comics.
Or make them look human.
I'm
like,
sorry.
The guy who whoever they got, whatever they tried to do with Thor, that just looks wrong.
He looks like a chubby Thor, but like still like buff.
It looks like chubby Thor from Endgame, but bad. And that does not look anything like any Tony Stark from any
thing
comic
ever.
or movie or whatever.
This is supposed to be like 5 years later. Though. There's like a time gap.
It doesn't matter. Like, I don't know of any Tony Stark who had hair.
He looks
long.
too young.
Not how this story ends.
He looks really young.
Abomination.
At least
Music's on point. That sounded like an Avenger theme.
like
At
an
least-
Avenger thing. It's like totally not Avengers. The Avengers.
It was Avengers Light.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. That was the totally non Avengers. The Avengers. But
That wasn't even like Uncanny Valley wrong. That was just
I'm
like,
telling you, that's the missing link.
that legitimately felt like there was something completely missing from one person to another person.
You see, the worst part about this particular
Don't get me
game-
wrong. If you are the person whose face they mapped for those characters, I'm sorry. I'm not bashing you. I'm just bashing how they rendered your face in that game.
Yeah, there's something going on, and I feel like one of two things. This game is still in development, and it might not be out for
I
a
really
while.
hope it's still in development, because if that's how the characters look when it comes out, ooh boy.
And the other thing is that people already have something to compare this to, and this is the Spider-Man game.
Okay, if they were trying to, if you're really gonna try and go ham on the comic book likeness, like, take a page from the Marvel Ultimate Alliance games, where they went absolute ham on making them look as cheesy and comic booky as possible.
Right.
This looks like you don't really know which way you want to go. Looks like you want to, like, split the difference between realistic and comic. Like,
On
pick
the same game at the same
Pick
time.
one. Don't.
That's probably you touched the point. That I think that might be it. That might be why it looks so fucking odd.
Please.
But it looks
Just pick one. Don't try to do both. It's not going to work.
It looks odd as fuck. And I don't know. It almost looks a little bit creepy in a sense. Like some of the characters look a little bit like, kind of scare me a little bit. But that's not it. I think they need some work for this game.
Oh, yeah.
And
definitely.
now one thing,
the gameplay looks boss.
right? And we
Gameplay
saw
looks
very
boss.
little gameplay, and people actually got to see a whole like 15 demo or like the
15
first
minute, like, straight demo.
Yeah. And a lot of people were talking about like if they had shown more gameplay, people will be more hyped for this. And you know what? I agree too. Thor plays like you will think Thor will play.
Like, everyone looks like they play like they would in any other game. They just don't look like they should in any other game.
I think that's the biggest thing for a lot of people, including myself.
That just looks wrong.
Looks odd. To me, it just looks so odd that it's almost like I don't want to see it.
Like, make them pretty. Like, that's kind of the whole point of comic book characters. Like, with very little exception, like, most comic book characters are very pretty. Like, whatever it is that comic book characters use as face wash, it just makes them look like all Adonises. Like, straight up. Like, I don't know of a single character. Now, obviously, there are going to be some characters out there that aren't absolutely just... boy, I lost my train of thought because someone just messaged me. Sorry. What was I saying?
I don't know.
I really did lose my train of thought. Oh, lordy.
I don't know what you were talking about.
Because you weren't paying attention
I
either.
wasn't paying
Great.
attention either. Okay, so it looks bad. Hopefully, it's gonna look better. The gameplay looks good.
Sorry about losing that train of thought. If we come back to it, I'll be like,
it's
oh
gonna
wait,
be
this
like,
is the thing
whatever.
we were talking about.
Anyway, so we're gonna move on to Nintendo. Nintendo was just had their thing yesterday, so my mind is more fresh on it. There's so much shit to talk about.
I mean, I heard about the new character for Smash, but that's about all
Okay,
I
so
heard.
characters.
I only heard about Banjo-Kazooie.
Okay, so Banjo-Kazooie is one, but if you're a fan of Dragon Quest, you'll be happy to know that there are gonna be the heroes, multiple heroes from Dragon Quest on it, and not just one, multiple of them. So
As individual characters or
as individual
reskins?
characters,
Really?
yeah,
Alrighty then.
yeah. They're doing the same thing that they
That's
did
gonna be
with
very-
with the
I
Fire
know-
Emblem games.
I know it's gonna sound weird considering that Smash is just an amalgamation of every like Nintendo property ever, but just the distinct Akira Toriyama style Dragon Ball looking characters mixed in with all the rest is gonna be very odd, isn't it?
I don't know, man. There are some characters that the first time that I ever saw them on Smash, they look really odd, like Snake. The first time that I saw Snake on Smash,
because that's supposed to be like a hyper realistic, like human.
this is weird.
It really
but
was.
now with so many other characters that I've seen come up into Super Smash over time, I've been like, I can get into the idea of it. Like I can.
Now, get me wrong. It's gonna be pretty. It's gonna be pretty awesome. It's just that this particular styling of these different characters, like most Nintendo properties, have a very like
Cartoony style.
not cartoony, but almost a anime style feel to them. Obviously, Dragon Ball is an anime, but I'm talking about like the very smooth, crisp lines for most of these characters. The fact that every one of them looks like a main character out of just an anime that has appeared anytime over the past 2 decades. But whereas the Akira Toriyama style characters, like, yeah, they look like they're Dragon Ball Z counterparts, but at the same time, like, there actually is like a difference in how each one of them physically looks.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting. I'm really excited to get to play them. And we had Luigi's Mansion 3.
Really?
Yeah, Luigi's Mansion 3. They announced that. I don't know if you're into it or not.
I never really was into either of the other two, but even still, that's gotta satisfy an itch for somebody.
Right. I was hyped for it. I was like, yeah, this looks cool. I would like to actually like play this. I don't know. I only played the original one for GameCube.
Again,
a long time ago.
I never had a GameCube. I'm trying to get one.
Are you serious? You never had a GameCube?
No, I had a PlayStation 2.
Okay. All right. I had a GameCube. And a PlayStation
The only reason I really want to get a GameCube is because there were just so many games on there that I didn't ever get a chance to play. And
Wow.
I actually went on eBay like when I started like actually considering this. And one of the games I want to get, the cheapest I could find it, was for like $70.
Yeah, they're fucking expensive. Yeah.
And
No, I
that
know
was just the disc. No box.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
You
just
can
the disc.
actually buy them in GameStop. They have pretty good prices on them.
GameCube games?
Yeah.
I've never seen a GameCube game in any GameStop.
Oh no!
Or at least not in the...
They're online. They don't have.
Oh,
any stores,
okay.
so-
I was like,
Yeah, they have
I
a
haven't
retro.
seen those
They have a
in
retro
years.
store. Anyway, so I want to move on from that. We had Link's Awakening, which is kind of like a top-down side-scroller game, I guess you could say. Looks pretty cool. I would like to play it. I've never played the original one on the Nintendo. Not Nintendo. The Game Boy. I never played it there. So I would like to play it. I saw it before, Link's Awakening.
Link's Awakening.
I'll have to show you. And then the other one that they're doing is Cadence of Hyrule. So this one, so yeah, they're doing two new Legend of Zelda games coming out this year. Yeah, look at the
That oh, okay, I know what game that is. They're remake. Okay, Okay.
It's a remake.
I knew of this game. I'd never really seen much about it.
Right. Oh, this one you might be a little bit excited about. No More Heroes 3.
And then I haven't played the other two. I know.
Did you give me No More Heroes
No.
for my birthday one year? Yeah, you totally did.
Yes, I did, but I never played it. I bought that specifically for you.
Oh, okay. I thought you played it,
No.
or you were like, "Hey, you should play this because it's good." I played it. I was like, "It looks."
You were talking about it, and I was like,
Yeah, I just always thought that it looked cool.
it really did, and just like with most other M-rated titles for Nintendo, it was one of the best ones for that system.
And I'm actually surprised they're doing a third one. I don't know if there's a following out there or something like that. It might be.
I mean, they're making a third one. Clearly, there's at least something of a following.
Yeah. Oh, but get this. This is crazy. The Witcher 3.
Oh no,
on
I heard
Switch.
about this one. It's gonna be like at 512 resolution. Like it's gonna be nasty.
I don't know, man. The Skyrim doesn't look bad.
True, but at the same time, Skyrim, at least at the same level that like Witcher would be running at, didn't have the same kind of graphic fidelity. And I've never had Skyrim crash my PlayStation 4.
Oh, The Witcher 3 did?
Yes.
Oh, that's concerning.
When I say crash, I mean I couldn't do anything. The only thing I literally could do was unplug my system. The PlayStation button on the remote did not work. The power button on the PlayStation did not work. I had to physically unplug it from the wall to get it to turn off.
Ah, shit. That'll be interesting to see what they're gonna do with that. But the last announcement that they had right before they end the conference was Breath of the Wild 2.
I heard about that one actually.
And
Again,
I was like-
I have a lot of people at my work that are very much into all this, and I heard about it mainly because one of them was listening to it while he was working, but he was a manager, so it was just one of those things that it was kind of acceptable for him.
Kind of
not for the
acceptable
rest
for
of
him
us.
to be in the phone or watching.
Well, he had like a Bluetooth headset in, and he was just
Okay,
listening to it, and he kind of told us.
All right, so we're gonna be watching the trailer here because I do legitimately really like the trailer. And of course, there's the Magic the Gathering ad. You know, they know me so well. So yeah, it freaked me out whenever I was hearing the music because I was like,
hair?
yeah, she cut it.
I'm assuming that happened like towards the end of the last game.
I really like their designs. They're so characteristic and yet different.
They're very stylistic. This
I was scared. I was like, what the fuck? Like,
that very much looks like the original Ganon from Twilight or Skyward Sword. You know what I'm talking about?
yeah, and we're talking about
The one who cursed all three of them to forever fight each other.
So this trailer shows not a whole lot, but it
looks really good, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like of course it's gonna look good because like it's Nintendo and it's one of their major properties. Of course they're gonna make it look absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I thought it looked good. I thought it looks fantastic, but I definitely I would like to see more before.
You want to know what I'd like to see?
Yeah.
Just based on what I saw with this trailer, it almost looks like maybe Link gets captured or possibly even possessed by whatever it was that we were watching.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you noticed, but it was his hand that was being like pulled up towards the other one. I wonder if maybe he's the one that needs to be rescued and you play as Zelda this time.
That would be cool. Actually, that's really cool.
That
like
would
to
be
see
a
that.
really cool thing. Another
Yeah.
really cool thing that I've always really wanted to see explored with the Legend of Zelda games is Ganon as the good guy.
That'll be interesting.
Not necessarily like just him going up against Link and Zelda, but like Link or Zelda being the main bad guy and Ganon and whoever is left have to team up to take the other person down. That would be pretty cool.
I would like to see that. I would
And
like
he
to see
still
that.
has the Triforce of Power. Like, it's not something that, like, the only thing that is different is that the
He's good.
evil that was in him transferred to one of the other two. Like, that would be pretty cool.
Or maybe the two.
Or maybe both of them. Who knows? I would honestly accept a solo adventure of Ganon trying to bring the Triforce away from them just because they were turning evil. Like, that would be absolutely cool.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I'll change the formula there. I would like to see that.
That would be pretty cool. I don't think they'd ever do that because that would associate Link and Zelda as being evil. But even still, it would be a pretty cool idea.
Right on. I would like to see that. All right, so that's pretty much all of the stuff for E3. I pretty much went through everything that I thought it was cool, or everything that I was like, oh, there's one thing that I didn't talk about. But I'm gonna make a video about it. But I'm gonna show you the trailer for it. All right, so this is one of the announcements that they had for this is gameplay. Okay. So I'm gonna tell you this. This is basically Persona with something like this will be something like Persona mixed with like Final Fantasy with what is that Nier Automata, and it's being made by Platinum Games.
Oh, you mean like one of the best RPG makers?
Yeah,
of
dude.
This current generation.
Dude, looks so good. I'm sorry. I was so excited that I accidentally clicked something. Give me 1 minute, second. I can
1
fix
minute,
this.
second.
What the fuck? I'm having issues pressing buttons. There you go. All right. Not touching
hand
anything.
off the mouse.
All right.
Oh no. No. I'm sorry, but your internet sucks.
No, it's because I'm streaming and
we're doing 5 things at once. I know. Best thing I do.
it's okay. And somebody's watching Netflix at the same time that I'm streaming. The fact that this shit is dropping like a motherfucker right now.
Ouch. Oh, please.
Why are you doing this to me?
Maybe that's why you're having so much issue with the button a second ago. Mm-hmm. It's because it was lagging so much.
Oh, it's not because I'm challenged.
You are, but we'll say it was the internet's fault this time.
Oh man. Okay, we'll give it a minute. Hopefully.
Sorry about this, wait, guys. We Speaking, it's a thing that's hard for me for some reason.
Right. Oh well. Okay. Well, we're gonna go back to our faces here until we figure this shit out here.
But that looked so dope.
All right. So it looks really cool. And I really wish that I had like the footage like separated so I can show you guys. Oh, there it is.
There it
is.
goes.
All right, guys, we're gonna see it this time.
This definitely looks like a platinum game.
It has a specific style to it.
I feel like this almost feels like No More Heroes.
Yeah, it has like a
In terms of,
cell
like-
shaded style.
Yeah.
So hack and slash, obviously, because all their shit is.
Yeah. Platinum is the boss at that.
Yeah.
At this rate, all of humankind will be pulled into the
And
chaotic
she's-
dimension.
You know what this reminds me of?
Yeah.
Freedom Wars. Did you ever
A
play
little
that?
bit, yeah.
Through blood, sweat, and years of research. we
And
finally
there it
made
is.
The
The Persona.
That's very much a mech that's based off a weapon that they have. I'm assuming that's a guy. I'm not entirely sure.
We established control
And they're
and made powerful allies. I'm referring, of course, to the legions.
could be a girl. I'm not entirely
I
sure.
think it's a girl.
I'll give you some parting advice. Your power
She's the
is
police.
not the blessing you think it is.
Sassing her
When a
butt.
Legionis and a Legion are perfectly synchronized. It's like they're two parts of one body.
And she can use multiple, because she's been using multiple of them. They'll all do different things.
That body is about to die.
Oh, and those are the same things that they're fighting.
In to save it.
No way. There's no way. What
Um,
could this possibly be?
what was that anime
But
series?
it's the only shot we have. It's all up to you, my friend.
A blessing.
Oh god, what was it called?
Which one?
I think it was like
A curse.
God Slayer or something like that.
Uh-huh.
You sound familiar?
Is that,
Basically, they took the cores out of like.
is that God Eater?
God Eater? Yes.
Yeah, it's also a video game series.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was thinking about like this looks like it could be a combination of several different things with the major.
And it's coming out this year too.
Really?
Yeah.
And it's that's soon. Like,
Yeah.
That's really.
Yeah,
soon.
that's really soon. So yeah, that was one of the games that I'm like the most interested in.
That looked dope.
Yeah, yeah. And this was announced with Nintendo, and I was like, this is a Platinum Games.
I mean, it's a platinum game.
I'm
Of course,
hyped.
it's gonna be good.
Yeah, I'm hyped.
Okay. I shouldn't say that. We want it to really be good, and track record has shown that platinum is really good.
Well, that takes me to the other studio that has a pretty good track record that is disappointing me big time. So during E3, they announced this game, and this disappointed me to the fucking worst.
Ninja Theory.
Yeah,
announced that.
Ninja Theory announced this. This is their Xbox game. Okay, the style looks pretty cool.
This looks like
Take a wild guess, and it's not gonna be that wild.
It's a hero. It's a hero arena shooter.
Yeah,
It's very much like Overwatch and all those.
yeah, that's exactly what it is. I was disappointed. I was like, you have good talent in your studio. Don't fucking use it for that. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. All of these games that they're showing are super good games. Hellblade, Devil May Cry,
Why?
Heavenly Blade. All of those are really good games that could have been remade or had a second part to.
Particularly like Heaven's Blade, and like I know Heaven's Blade just because it was one of the few like demos that I continuously played when the
Yeah.
PS3 first came out.
Oh, it was a great game.
And it was just like that was so cool. But you guys are making a arena shooter or a hero shooter, whatever
Whatever the fuck the genre is, yeah.
Like why?
I am extremely
You have
disappointing on them.
such good, talented people in your company. Why are you making them work on this shit?
Yeah, so that was
Like, okay.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Go for it.
Roll back just a little bit. If your talented people came up with these characters and you just could not make a game out of them, so you wanted to throw them into a hero shooter, that would make sense. But making your own instead of trying to get these characters in one that is already established is kind of a death knell for a company at this point. Because even Apex Legends, which was honestly probably one of the best ones to come out in a while,
and it was
died.
actually free. That was free.
Apex, I don't know if you know this, but Apex has basically died.
Yeah.
Because there just was no support for it after the first week or so. Unfortunately. And the only reason that Fortnite continues to reign supreme is because there's constant support and updates and new stuff for it every other week or so.
Yeah, well, then
Like-
dumping money to get money.
Of course. It's making them millions of dollars just in all
Anyway,
the V-Bucks
so
that are bought, man.
I was disappointed because this is literally the first stuff that Microsoft announced during their conference, and I was like, Microsoft, I think you should have waited for this announcement.
This is very infuriating.
Yeah.
Like, so many, such a talented studio working on something that really doesn't need any more.
The worst part is it's in such a cliche and such a crowded market that it's not gonna.
It's not even really a crowded market. I mean, it's crowded, but most of the crowding is with corpses, not with active living games.
Yeah, that's it. That's right.
That I feel bad for saying that, and I know there are a lot of really good hero shooters out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's kind of gotten to the point where I really don't care. I never really cared about competitive games to begin with, but even still, like just as an outsider looking in, is like why are there so many games coming out for this genre
This
when
shit is
every
getting
time a new one comes out, even if it's lauded and praised, it dies. quickly if it's not Fortnite. Like, don't get me wrong. I want these companies to continue making money so they can continue paying their people and keeping their lights on. I really want that. But at the same time, like, following these trends is not a great thing to do. Yeah, it may get you a quick buck, but what is that buck really worth if you still have to close your studio 6 months down the line?
Totally, I totally agree with you. It was I was disappointed, but more than anything, I was more like, Microsoft, if you're gonna be doing this for all your other fucking studios, they bought 14 studios, and they were bragging about it, and I was like, bro, show some fucking games, otherwise I don't give a fuck if you bought every fucking studio that you can buy.
Unless it's Platinum and Atlas and all the other ones that are really good. Please don't buy those.
Well,
I don't think they would ever sell themselves, but even still.
Well, Atlas did. Sega bought them. They went bankrupt right before Persona 5.
Ouch.
Mm-hmm. So they had to get bought out by
Sega.
the fucking devil. It's okay, Sega. We're joking here.
Isn't Sega owned by Nintendo now, though?
No, they're like co-publishing.
Oh,
those.
they're partners.
Yeah.
We know who wears the pants, Sega. I'm sorry, but we know who wears the pants.
I mean, somebody's gotta have the money to put those things. Don't you want to see Sonic in every Mario game?
No.
It's
Stop
okay.
it.
Oh man, it's like, anyway, that was pretty much all I had for today. Did you have anything that you want to add? Any games or any?
Again,
stories
I really didn't. I didn't really see a whole lot of it, but I know a lot of people who are really excited for a lot of these titles. I know. Just over the past couple of days, I have coworkers just being super hyped for Witcher 3 being out for the Switch. I'm like, oh, I want it to do well, but at the same time, I don't think it will, and it bothers me.
Yeah, it could do well.
I want it. I really do want it to do well because I want more of these mature and large games to come to Nintendo consoles. Just because, like, those are always the ones that are like the best on their system. Don't get me wrong. I love all the child-related games that I still play, like Pokemon and all that, to this day.
Right.
Because that's just what Nintendo does best. But when they take a chance and give these smaller studios a chance to make whatever game they want and stick it on their system, it does well. It may not be like record shattering, like obviously No More Heroes wasn't, but it got enough of a cult following that it got a sequel and
Hell,
now another.
They saved Bayonetta too.
Yes, they did. Like,
So I was shocked.
that really was like the biggest, like, what?
You know, there's a game for the Wii that I always wanted them to bring to the Switch. That's Mad World.
Yes, that was actually one of the first ones that I found out about, that Nintendo actually had M-rated games on their system. Who knew? Was Mad World. I never played it, unfortunately, but I do know that it was one of the best, like, now, granted, to be fair, it's a small pool to really choose from, but it was like one of the best M-rated titles on the Wii, which I think still is the best-selling system of all time. I could be wrong on that, but
I think the PlayStation 2 is, but that's because the PlayStation 2 had the advantage of being a really cheap DVD player.
I keep getting told that. I'm like, it was a really good system too. Shut up.
Hey, I had the opposite. I had a 360 that was a DVD player.
player.
It was a glorified DVD player that
Mine
sat in
was
the living room.
again. Anytime I got a console, I used it as both a DVD player and a video game system.
No, my literally I bought it on within 2 weeks. My dad had it in the living room.
Just to play
I
DVDs.
couldn't take it. Right now they have my PS3 kidnapped over there as a Blu-ray player. I'm
God.
like, I
You
bought my dad, this is really funny actually. I bought my dad a Blu-ray player for his birthday. And I was like, here you go. This is your birthday present. I want you to use it as often as you can. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Give me back my fucking PS3, please.
Because that's a very expensive machine that does not need to be used just for Blu-rays. Give it back.
So that's like, I have so many games that I want to play on the PS3 that I can't because I don't have it with me. But yeah, that's it. We're like at an hour and 10 minutes already.
Man,
Doesn't feel like it at all.
it really doesn't, because like just the way we go back and forth with this stuff, it always feels like we're just having our regular conversations.
It does.
Which the whole reason we started this whole God.
YouTube channel thing, yeah.
Not even the YouTube channel, but specifically like these podcasts was because we will just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk, and this is just a great way to like continue talking, but also like share our opinions with the world. If we want to.
We want to give a shout out to our commenter here of the day.
The one that we had this whole time, and I'm fairly certain you disappeared after you realized that we weren't talking about EA anymore. Mr. Bad Wrong Fun. Capital B, capital W, capital F. But even still, thank you for coming in. Thank you for
joining us for a bit there.
Joining us for like 10 minutes and then yeeting out. Like, sure, man, whatever.
I do see this person commenting sometimes on the video, so thank you so much for subscribing and joining in the comments there. Appreciate it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you feel like...
Again, we promised this last time. We're going to try this again. We're going to put a little bit more warning out into the ether that we're like, hey, later on whatever day, we're going to actually have a live stream.
Yeah, I forgot to share this again on Twitter and Facebook. And you know, I shared one.
I should have done it. I should have done it on my Facebook. Maybe we've gotten some of my friends to take a look.
Yeah. Oh man, I didn't even think about it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this, guys. We're dragging this for absolutely no reason whatsoever.
We're just having fun. That's what we're doing it for.
That's true. That's true. Well, anyway, like and subscribe if you wanna follow us on
Again,
Twitter, Facebook, whatever.
I don't have a really consistent schedule on anything for uploads or streams or anything like that. The most consistent thing I do is these podcasts with him. So
yeah, and this is like once a month. This is a special one because this is E3.
And the last one we did that was last week.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
this is probably the most amount of podcasts we've ever done in a very short amount of time.
That's true. Anyway, thank you so much. And we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.